Good afternoon, everyone. I'm the last reporter, Rantayo, and first we will discuss XML. XML, or Extensible Markup Language, is a meta-language for describing markup languages. The term extensible means that any markup language can be created using XML. This includes the creation of markup languages capable of storing data in relational form in which tag or formatting com are mapped to data values. Kasi nga, si XML, tiga-store ng data at transfer of data. So, makikita natin sa figure 6.39 comparison of HTML and XML documents. So, di ba yung HTML, or also known as hypertext markup language, ito yung pinagkaiba niya. Si HTML kasi, siya, parang for presentation. Si XML, for transfer of data. Tapos si HTML nga, formatted yan. Kumbaga, kung ano yung ng data, yun na talaga. Hindi katulad ni XML na hindi siya
Next is XBRL, or Extensible Business Reporting Language, is an XML-based language that was designed to provide the financial community with a standardized method for preparing, publishing, and automatically exchanging financial information, including financial statements of publicly held companies. XBRL is typically used for reporting aggregated financial data, but can also be applied to communicating information and pertaining to individual transactions. Sa XBRL kasi nakapokus sa business reporting and analysis, and all types of organization can use XBRL to save costs and improve efficiency in handling business and in financial information, kasi nga si XBRL is reliable and more accurate handling of data. So dito nga makikita natin sa figure 6.40 overview of XBRL reporting process. So ito nga yung process. So ito nga yung first step ng process niya, yung XBRL taxonomy. Mamaya madidiscuss yan. Ito yung reporting organization's financial database. Pupunta kay taxonomy mapper. Mamaya i-discuss ko din yan. Tapos sunod is kay reporting organizational financial database with embedded tags. Pagkatapos kay XBRL instant document or the financial report. Tapos, reporting organization website, yung da-download na sa website nila. Tapos, pagkatapos i-download, yung download financial report to user system. And the last is analyze financial information. Dito na malalaman or dito na i-analyze yung nag-gathered na mga reports. Ito na ngayon, the first step in the process is to select an XBRL taxonomy. Taxonomies are classification schemes that are compliant with XBRL specification to accomplish a specific information exchange or reporting objectives such as filing with the SEC. In essence, the XBRL taxonomy specifies the data to be included in an exchange or report. The XBRL Standard Committee has created several taxonomies for widespread use, kasi si XBRL taxonomy is the formal definition of a financial or business reporting vocabulary for a given jurisdiction or reporting domain, imparting meaning to the concepts which describe the facts being reported and providing a framework within which reports are structured. So, dun nga sa 6.41, ito yung example ng internal corporate database. So, makikita natin dyan kung kailan nangyari yung transaction at kung magkano ang amount. Tapos, dito na yung accounting description. Dito na i-classify lahat ng cash, mga current asset. Yan, makikita natin yan dyan. Nakalista dapat lahat ng transaction nila. Naka-input dyan sa database. So, yung next nga is taxonomy mapper. When we say taxonomy mapper, taxonomies get created. We see a growing need to map taxonomies to each other. which is linking between individual terms or concepts in each taxonomy so that the taxonomies may be used in some combination. Mapping is not new, but as it has become more frequent, it is now reflected in new standard and in taxonomy management software features. So, ngayon nga sa mga business is meron siyang tinatawag taxonomy management software. So, ito nga GL2 taxonomy mapper. Ito kasi, 'di ba? Ano ko niya pinindot tong cash equivalents and short-term investment. So, pag once na kinilik mo yan, lalabas yan kung ano yung mga nakapaloob dyan na mga cash equivalents. Para pag nilagay sa financial statement, nakaano na lang siya. Kumbaga parang ginagawa natin sa may notes. Di ba? Sa may notes, doon nakalagay yung mga computation kung paano na-compute yung cash, yung account receivable. Parang ganun lang yung sa may taxonomy mapper. Kumbaga parang simplify lang, yung kabuuan na lang yung ilalagay doon. Para pag kinilik mo naman yan, may kikita mo naman yung paano kinompute nga yung isang account. But yung next is data mapping. When we say data mapping needs to be done only once, but the embedded tags are used whenever the data are placed in XBRL format for dissemination to outsiders. This allows business entities to provide expanded financial information frequently and instantaneously to interested parties. Furthermore, companies that use native XBRL database technology internally as their primary information storage platform can further speed up the process of reporting. Ito nga si data mapping, ito nga yung process of matching fields from one database to another. It is the first step to facilitate data migration, data integration, and other data management tasks. So, ito nga si data mapping, siya yung nagpa-process nga ng data para pag pinunta kay data kay taxonomy mapper, maayos na siya. Ganyan lang. Kasi si data mapping, andyan yung parang naka-specific at saka ginagawa to parang mas mabilis yung magiging decision making. Next is XBRL instance documents can now be published and made available to users. The document can be placed on an intranet server for internal use. It can be placed on a private extranet for limited dissemination to customers or trading partners, or it can be placed on the internet for the public dissemination. Kasi ito si XBRL Instant Document is a business report in an electronic format created according to the rules of XBRL. It contains facts that are defined by the elements in the taxonomy. It refers to together with their values and an explanation of the context in which they are placed. So, ito nga sa XBRL Instance Documents, ito lang naman, nilalaman lang naman nito yung mga business reports na tungkol dun sa company na or sa organization. Ito nga, the current state of XBRL reporting. All members of the financial reporting community should be aware of XBRL as it is an important information exchange technology. In the near future, XBRL will likely be the primary vehicle for delivering businesses reports to investors and regulators. Recent progress toward that end has been substantial both in the United States and internationally. So, ito yung some of these developments are summarized here. So, pakibasa na lang yan. Nasa copy naman natin yan. Kasi yun lang yung parang mga yun nga development ng mga XBRL reporting. So, next is controlling the FRS. SOX legislation requires that management design and implement controls over the financial reporting process. This includes both the FRS and the individual transaction processing systems that feed data into it. For reasons already explained, we need to defer our treatment of the TPS controls to later chapters. Here we will examine only the controls that relate to the FRS. Ito nga mga potential risks to the FRS of financial reporting include a defective audit trail, unauthorized access to the general ledger, GL accounts that are out of balance with subsidiary accounts, incorrect general ledger account balances because of unauthorized of incorrect journal vouchers. So, if not, ito nga, pag sinabi nga na Pag hindi daw na-control, this risk may result in misstated financial statements and other reports. That means it will be mislead users of this information. So, kaya kapag hindi daw na-control yung apat na potential risk is magkakaroon ng misstated sa financial statement na magkakaroon din ng effect sa users. Also, internal control issues. So, yung una, transaction authorization. The journal voucher is the document that authorizes an entry to the general ledger. Journal vouchers have numerous sources such as the cash receipts, processing, sales order processing, and financial reporting group. It is vital to the integrity of the accounting records that the journal vouchers be properly authorized by a responsible manager at the source department. So, alam naman natin transaction authorization dito nakalagay yung mga transaction ng business. Kaya nga meron na dito tayo nakakuha ng mga source document. Ito naman cash receipt, yan. Tapos next is segregation of duties. The general ledger provides verification control for the accounting process. To do so, the task of updating the general ledger must be separate from all accounting and asset custody responsibility within the organization. Therefore, the individuals with access authority to general accounts should not. So, yung unang have record keeping responsibility for special journals and subsidiary ledgers, prepare journal vouchers, have custody of physical assets. So, itong segregation of duties, dapat nga, magkaka-segregate nga ng duty. Kunyari, ikaw sa general ledger, dapat meron tiga general ledger, merong, may responsible lang sa journal entry, siya lang yung may hagahawak ng sa general ledger, siya lang din yung may responsible, dun na gawin yon. So, parang yun nga, iba-iba yung trabaho. So, yung next is access controls. Unauthorized access to the GL accounts can result in errors, fraud, and misrepresentation in financial statements. SOX legislation explicitly addresses this area of risk by requiring organizations to implement controls that limit database access to authorized individuals only. Itong access controls, kunyari, ikaw nga lang, parang lang siya, kumbaga siya lang yung may access doon. Kunyari, sa GL account, siya lang yung may access doon. Parang sa Secretary of Duties na, sila lang yung responsible doon. So, next is accounting records. The audit trail is a record of the path that a transaction takes through the input processing and the output phases of transaction processing. This involves a network of documents, journals, and ledgers designed to ensure that a transaction can be accurately traced through the system from initiation to final disposition. So, alam naman natin yung accounting records. Andito lahat ng records na may kinalaman sa business. Next is independent verification. The general ledger function serves as an independent verification step within the accounting information system. The FRS produces two operational reports, journal voucher listing and the general ledger change report that provide proof of the accuracy of this process. So, ito nga, first, the journal voucher listing provides relevant details about each journal voucher posted to the general ledger. So, ito nga yung parang, di ba, first step sa natin, pag-audit. Ito, journal voucher listing, dyan journal entry, yung nangyayari sa business. Tapos next, yung general ledger change report, it represents the effects of journal voucher posting to the GL accounts. So, yan na nga, from the words of general ledger, alam nyo na yan, dyan makikita yung mga, balances or yung parang tatawagin T accounts kapag minano-mano. Pero dahil nga meron na tayong mga software, mas mabilis na lang siya. Ayun yung date, account, description, reference, yung makukuha sa source document, kasi nga kung magkano yung balance niya, debit, credit, ayun lang yung general ledger change report. So, yung last nga sa report namin is internal control implication of XBRL. Although the potential benefits of XBRL and associated web technologies have been extensively researched, less attention has been given to the potential control implication of using XBRL. Kasi ito nga sa XBRL, standardize the way organizations collect, prepare, and share business information. However, internal auditors need to become acquainted with the different control issues that might impact XBRL use and its effectiveness. Ito nga yung maaaring mag-rise. First, taxonomy creation. Taxonomy may be generated incorrectly, which results in an incorrect mapping between data and taxonomy elements that could result in material misrepresentation of financial data. Controls must be designed and put in place to ensure the correct generation of XBRL taxonomy. So, yun nga. Next is taxonomy mapping error. The process of mapping the internal database accounts to the taxonomy tags needs to be controlled. Correctly generated XBRL tags may be incorrectly assigned to internal database accounts, resulting in material misrepresentation of financial data. So, di ba nga, meron tayo dun na, nung kanina na yung taxonomy mapping nga, tapos mayroon tayong data mapping. So, pag doon may mali kayong magkakaroon ng impact yan. Kumbaga, pag nagkamali ka sa una, magkakaroon ng impacts hanggang dulo yan. And yung last is validation of instance documents. As noted, once the mapping is incomplete and tags have been stored in the internal database, XBRL instance documents reports can be generated. Independent verification procedures need to be established to validate the instant documents to ensure that appropriate taxonomy and tags have been applied before posting to the web server. So, ito nga validation. Di ba nga dapat doon sa mga source documents natin, kailangan nakaayos din siya para pag binalidate siya, binerify ng mga auditors, mabilis lang na ma-verify para wala magkaroon ng issue.